Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a video using the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat Palette. Now I know this has been out for a while, but I've really been loving it and I didn't think I was going to love it at all. I really just thought I was going to be unfazed by it, like a lot of makeup launches have been lately. I feel like everything is just repetition at this point, but this palette really stood out to me just as far as ease of use. And it was just one of those moments where I was like, oh, like this makes sense. This can actually make my life easier. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video showing you guys all about how to get a very easy, smoky look, simple. And I added on one more product as well, which is the Nude Sticks Eye Color in Copper Foil, which is that copper shade. It is completely waterproof. So if you wanna see this eye look using this and then one other product, just stay tuned and yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so today is all about the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat Palette. It is a stunning, all neutral, warm palette, and everything is matte except for the shade Inhale right here. It's more of a satin. Now, I'm not someone who's really on the palette train all the time. I like the idea of palettes, and I like some palettes, but a lot of them I never really feel the necessity to run out and buy them, like Natasha Denona. I've never really bought any of those. So I'm not really a palette person. I'm actually really a single person, like a single shadow person. I'm personally more of a single shadow person. I have a bunch of single shadows and I like making my palettes because I'm very picky and I meticulously sit there and kind of pick it based on what I know I'll use. So shadow palettes usually don't appeal to me, but I actually had a couple work trips and just traveling in general recently and just needing to get my makeup done super fast in the morning lately. So this palette really stood out to me and I figured I'd make a video because I want to share all the things that I'm obsessed with you. So let's get straight into it. So the first color I'm going to go in with is called Vibrate, which is right here. This is like a light, super light tan shade. And of course I have creasing on my eyelids because it's gonna be that kind of day. So I'm just taking this on a Morphe 505 brush. And what I like about this is you have everything in one. And when you're traveling, all you have to take is this palette and then maybe some shimmers or like your Stila loose glitters, or I'll show you what I personally use and take with me. But this is like the perfect basis for any look and you have everything you need, anywhere from really light to really deep. It does not have a black in it and it doesn't have a super pale matte white or anything like that. So if you're someone who really relies on shades like that, this might be a deal breaker for you. But for me personally, I don't do super smoky looks on a day-to-day or just in general when I'm doing more neutral looks. So for me personally, I really love this. Now, next color I'm going in with is called Hot Spell, and I like that I can actually work in order with this palette. It really does make sense the way it's set up too. The Naked Basics palettes in the past were just too basic for me almost, and I know they're meant to be basic, but for me it was just like I was confused when I looked at them. So I really love this and I feel like it's the perfect palette. I was also looking at the mini of the Natasha Denona Sunset palette that's like $40 or $50. So if any of you guys have tried that, please let me know because I do have some trips coming up. And what do you guys love to travel with? I feel like I've personally mastered traveling with makeup just because, like, for me personally, if I'm traveling somewhere for like, let's say like a week or less, I only take a carry-on. I don't check in bags because I hate having to check in bags and I just have a lot of anxiety about things going missing. Or if you're taking a really long flight, the last thing you want to do is have to wait for your bag to come out. So for me personally, I love condensing my makeup into a carry-on. That way I don't have to worry about things like that. And I'm pretty simple with my makeup. I know I seem very high maintenance when it comes to like techniques and wants from products, but I think it's because I know what I want that I don't spend time messing around with products I know aren't going to work for me, if that makes sense. So as you can tell, we're keeping this look very simple. The next color I'm going in with is called a Wild Thing, and it's the next color over. So we're literally working as the colors progress basically, and I like that about this too. I have to check my teeth for lipstick. I am the king of having lipstick on my teeth, honestly. And I'm not proud of claiming that title, but I'm giving it to myself because... And with this color, I'm just focusing it more so into my crease and then blending upwards. And I'm looking directly into my palette because I personally feel like, and I've said this in videos before, when you're looking down into a palette, it's a lot easier to see and also maximize your eye shape because you can really just see how your shape is, where your crease is, where your fold is, and kind of base it off of that, as opposed to looking straight ahead and going like this. It's so much harder than looking straight down and then kind of looking from other angles. It's all about the angles, honestly. So at this point I totally could do a cut crease, but I personally just don't want to. I'm not really feeling a cut crease today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip into one shade darker, which is the shade Hest. It's the second to darkest color, with the same brush, and I'm really going to look back. And with this I'm really going to define the crease. So that way when we put the lighter lid shade on, the crease pops more. And this is really going to give us a guideline of how high up we want our crease to be. Okay, so for the lid, I'm going to be taking the shade Inhale, which is that first shade. And this one, I feel like has a little bit more fallout to it. And I'm just going to take this on a flat brush and take it right up to that crease. Just so it can kind of do it on its own for us. So, just kind of patting it. So that's a good way to define the eye without actually cutting your crease. Same thing on the other eye. So I touched on it a little bit earlier, but what I like about palettes like this is you can add any kind of shimmer on top and just take it with you, and it makes your life so much easier. My shimmer of choice are the Nude Sticks eye pencils, just because they set completely waterproof and don't budge, and also I have very sensitive eyes. And these don't irritate me at all and wear all day. The shade is called Copper Foil. And once these set, they set completely waterproof. They don't transfer and they don't crease. They have primer in the formula, which I personally love because I don't like touching up or having to worry about my makeup. So I'm going to take this shade almost as a liner across my top lash line. And that just gives me a nice copper liner. I'm not wearing lashes today, I'm just wearing mascara. So I love doing little things like this just to accent the eyes a little bit more and peek through the mascara. Also, I'm going to take this on the lower lash line. These are also waterline safe. So now that I have that applied, I'm just going to dip back into Wild Thing and Hot Spell, which are these two shades here. And just look up. And I love a smoky lower lash line. I love a smoky all around the eye in general. But I love that lower lash line to have that nice, like, haziness to it almost. I feel like it looks very vampy. Now, as a finishing step, I'm going to dip back into the shade Inhale right here. And I can hit that inner corner. And then you can go underneath the brow. And that's basically the finished eye look. Off camera, I'm going to finish off my look, tweak some things, make it look right, and I will be back to, oh, and mascara. Let's not forget mascara. A lot of mascara. And I will be right back to finish off my video. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. This is definitely one of my go-to looks when I want to get ready super fast, but also want to glam it up a little bit more. If you guys saw my everyday look, this is kind of similar, but this is a little bit more eye focused as opposed to lip focused. I kept the lips more on the nude side and then really played up the eyes and kept it sultry, simple, but good. Like, it's cute. It's not overdoing it, but it's not underdoing it. It's just like right in between. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. If you want to see more videos like this or just single, more focused reviews, I would actually love to do that. If you want to see more looks with just mascara as well, please thumbs up this video. I love a good lash as the next person, but I've really been into mascara lately. And if I can avoid putting on lashes, I will 100%. And that's just where I'm at in my life, because before it was the other way around, and I feel like my makeup style has progressed progress. I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what else you guys want to see, what you want to see next. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.